And then Matt Hooper comes over with some champagne. They have a few jokes, and they go down and they cut the shit out of the fish, literally. And it's not the shark, so they go out on the boat trying to find it. They can't find it, but they do find a boat belonging to a fisherman. They inspect the boat, but instead of finding the fisherman, they find his head with a missing eye and a shark tooth the size of a shot glass. And they try to tell the mayor, but he's still like, "You shut down those beaches and you're fired, mister." Just like before. And the 4th of July comes, millions of people show up. Everyone's swimming, National Guard is there trying to keep everyone safe, and the shark shows up. Everyone freaks out. And it turns out the shark was really just a bunch of kids pulling a prank. Then the real baby shows up and attacks Chief Brody's son, Michael, who is on his little boat with his 2 friends. And the shark doesn't eat Michael for one reason. He's busy eating the living bejesus out of a lifeguard. And, munches a lifeguard to death, basically. And then the chief gets his son out of the water, who is in deep shock, and sees where the shark got in. Then, at the hospital, the chief confronts the mayor. He's like, "You sign this contract or I'm going to shoot you in the head." And the mayor reluctantly signs. And then they get Quint to help hunt down the shark, and Matt Hooper comes along as well. So does the chief. They all go out in the boat looking for the shark. They start singing weird songs. The chief starts chumming. At first, they think they catch the shark, but it turns out to be just another fish. And Matt Hooper makes funny faces and starts singing. "Aye, aye, sir! Arr, Jim boy, arr!" And they're all like fixing the fishing lines. Chief is chumming.
Slow ahead. I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this shit.
The shark makes his climactic appearance, followed by the famous tagline.
"You're gonna need a bigger boat."
And then they basically go in an all-out duel with the shark, and ends in a barrel being shot into the shark's fin, which the barrel is made to keep the shark up on the surface, but it turns out it's going to take more than one barrel. Then later that night they share stories about how they got their various scars, and then Quint shares his nice and eerie story about the Indianapolis incident where all the men were eaten by sharks, basically. And then the shark is suddenly rammed by the shark. Wait, did I say shark is rammed by shark? I mean boat is rammed by the shark. And then they start shooting at the shark with no effect whatsoever. And the next day they're trying to fix the boat, but not having so much luck with that. And the shark appears again. And they try to get him, and the shark just pops up suddenly. They get another barrel ready, pop it into him. Then after that, they're not having so much luck. Chief tries to call for help, but Quint goes nuts and smashes the radio, because he doesn't want help. Then they tie the barrels to the end of the ship, I suppose, so they drag the shark into the shallows, but doesn't exactly work. It's more like the shark's dragging them into the ocean. Then they pop another barrel into the shark. And that's 3 barrels in the shark. The things snap before they go under. And the shark swims off with 3 barrels. He goes down unbelievably. And basically almost tips the boat over or rips the bottom of it out. Then they're basically out of options now. They start going towards shore, but because they didn't fix the boat all the way, the engines blow up. And now they're basically got one option left: use Hooper's shark cage. And Hooper goes in the water with a spear filled with poison, and the shark immediately rams the cage, and he drops his spear like a retard. And the shark rips the cage to pieces, followed by some real shark footage. And Matt Hooper manages to swim away and hides for a few minutes. Then Brody and Quint think that Hooper's dead. Then the shark jumps up on the boat and basically swallows Quint. And then it's just Brody, because he thinks Hooper's dead. And he throws a bottle, an oxygen tank or whatever, into the shark's mouth when it comes and tries to bite him. And then he gets out, gets on top of the mooring mast or whatever, tries to stab the shark a couple times, but the shark just eats the stick. Then he gets out the gun and has a final showdown with the shark,
You son of a...
which ends in the shark blowing up because he shot the oxygen tank. Then Matt Hooper shows up. They get a little sad about Quint, but they forget about it and they go on with their lives and swim off to Amity Island. And that is the end of the movie. So yeah, Jaws is awesome. There isn't a movie I can compare it to that beats its awesomeness. It's just awesome. Spielberg's best movie, next to Jurassic Park. And it gets, as it deserves, 10 out of 10 stars. You don't like it? Well, that's just tough. And let's see how that fight with the shark and Godzilla's going, because I haven't checked on them in a while. So let's see how that's going.
Show me the tank. Show me the tank. Blow up! Blow up! Fire, you son of a...
Quite the interesting battle they're putting on. Okay, so, yeah, rate, comment, share, subscribe. Next movie review in the Steven Spielberg Marathon will be Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Woo! Expect that out next week. Cause, got a little thing to add to this quickly. I have 3 versions of Close Encounters: Director's Cut, the original version, and the Special Edition. Special Edition has the part that shows inside the ship. Director's Cut is just adding footage from both except the ending of the Special Edition. And the original is what was shown in theaters in 1979, so... don't really know which one I want to review. I mean, if any of you out there have seen any of these editions and you want me to review a specific one, tell me. Because right now I'm probably going to review the director's cut, because that's really the original version with stuff in the special edition. So, if you want me to review like the special edition for some reason, just leave a comment. Other than that, that'll be out next week. So have a wonderful day, everybody. This is DJufu. Bye.